Whoa,
The lights rose in
that
an
doesn't what it
enormous
did
room
before.
packed with television screens. Yes,
They
that
had a
must be.
Minecraft, they had
What a
Portal
fascinating venture
as
into
some
the
other
experience
game.
of total.
That was not there before, right? What's over here? How you do today? My name is Ian and welcome back to the Stanley Pebble Ultra Deluxe. Last time the top gave a new ending, completely new ending, but I left off on a cliffhanger. So now we're gonna go through this elevator and see what's in
Goodness,
this elevator,
another
what's above this
elevator.
elevator.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is
I
this
don't
what
jumping no
passes
more
for
though.
exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh,
I'm
wait.
sorry. So
There's more.
a thousand
Very good.
hours of content.
Yes. I knew there
I'm
had to be
sorry.
something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for
Be
whatever
on
it
here.
is.
Why is this pitch blackness in the bottom there? Oh, it was so mysterious. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to
Oh
be
no.
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on
On
Twitter
Twitter.
and hold them personally accountable.
Post Twitter.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Come on, how
And
we
we'll
did all
try
the
to
ending we
get back
got.
to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
No.
What do you say, friend?
Who's saying you're friend? I know you're friend. Okay, we can be friends, but please explain what's going on here. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm still recording right here. I'm still recording. I'm sorry. Is this supposed to happen? Oh, this is like a randomly generated office. So, nah, this is supposed to happen. This looks nothing like the office. This is the office. Whoa.
Psst. Stanley!
Yeah?
Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you
You're
something!
talking quite loud for whispering. 1, 2. Is that annihilator or that's something else? Okay, so let's see what's up. Now I could go there, but most likely just go begin the game again, but let me just go inside this vent. Feeling fire. You can actually see the outside world. It is whiteness, but it's just a fan on top there with nothing. Just a sky. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Drop down. I knew that wasn't the whole ending. It couldn't have been. Alright. Alright, that's a lot.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it
Well,
got
not
me
really.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
This is a Steam page picture I saw for this game. This is the new ending. Oh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories
And
so
why
I can
I'm
relive the
trapped
peak
here?
experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Dang. Oh, now it bought me off. Great. Anyways, I can see this. I can see the kind of psychology and metaphors he uses inside this game. I don't understand metaphor, but I know it's some sort of psychology. Psychology. I can't say it correctly. Sorry. The memory zone. This will also explain maybe.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the
Cyber.
game originally launched?
I actually
Back
play that
then,
game.
video games had integrity.
Yeah,
Back
demo
then,
actually.
it all meant
I kind of
something.
prefer what it
Oh,
would
the
demo contain. I
waste.
think it contained. Yeah, I kind of want demo contain. I might have to like play it back. But anyways, can we go back? I'm pretty sure you can. Nope. The greatest wealth is memory. I mean, that is true. Don't forget Zone Seed Zone. 2013 when the Stanley Parable was released. This is actually a Steam page. Oh yeah, I remember looking at this game and just immediately thinking to myself, like, I have to play this. I have this price too. Wait, that's not English though. That was okay. Anyways, this is Honest Award. Oh, this all the awards the side Pebble with the original game received. That's really cool. Time in those monthly shapes. Exclusive Lenny Smith talks about his new box, Glass, National Geographic, Cargo, Operations Manual, the Style Collector's Edition. We got that. Stanley Pell, the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Hi, that's actually a reward you got a film and television. A trip down memory lane. A dollar bill grid. Uncubable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. I'll play for 5 years. That's an achievement that I'll probably never. Actually, maybe I will achieve, but it will take a long time. Hopefully, this channel is a lot better than in 5 years from now. Anyways, oh no, that ending isn't that the ending? I think they call like Cold Feet ending and the Falling ending. Shoot, Los Angeles Times. Sonic Parable deals tough choices. I mean, I've seen games with more tough choices than this. I'm gonna be so honest with you, but honestly, it does have tough choices. The video game releasing today, colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Costs hinder new tech to achieve diversity. Creators finally down to earth. When to girls, I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. When to girls goes from scandal to new crisis. When to girls? What's when to girls? Oh, here you go. Queens College was renamed Wendigos College in 1825. Is that the Wendigos they refer to? Okay, just wanted to know what Wendigos mean. Anyways, that's a picture. Anything else? I will keep talking to you now later. It's actually nice to be outside. And look at all this. So it's so
Je
piano.
suis dans la mémorisation,
I'm
sur
hoping I'm
la
not copyrighted.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley
That's
Parable.
nice walk.
Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that,
Yeah,
Stanley?
well, I,
Every game ever created.
yeah.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
Okay.
It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
Yep.
It's no games at all.
IGF
It isn't even the
2013 grand
Stanley
prize.
Parable anymore.
That's
It's just a
Arcade
husk
2013.
now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Seriously. Don't read any of reviews this one. Seriously. How do you review a game like this time pebble? To describe anyone part of it is to risk its ruination. I think that means that it will ruin the game if I review how good it is. To detail what it has to say about game design, illusion choice, the psychology of the game is to tell you too much. Comparisons to are going to be woefully inaccurate. Okay, I'm going to keep reading, but I'm pretty sure that that's a website. Hopefully. Um. Well, then there's a question there, so what's downstairs? So memory zone maintenance. I go inside there. I bet if we can go inside the maintenance memory zone, I bet we can find out what's actually going on in this story. Like, why are we here? Like, why is it that way to? I just realized what I'm staring at. Is this game design? Pretty sure that's game design, meaning that there's a whole building of this game. The original game, actually.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
This is real.
The
This
Stanley
part is real, I know
Parable
that.
is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley?
Well,
The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
well, I didn't say new content.
It just needed to be left alone, to
Yeah.
spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
So this is video game memories. Because Little Nightmares. I can see that video game memories. I can't go there. I'm sorry. Can I push the boxes now? I can't go there. Wait, oh, okay, that was still a second. Can I go to the boxes and I can't jump? Can I go inside here maybe? Yeah, go back over here. Oh yeah, I can.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh, we go inside here now.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, the game is game more. How should I say? It's game more. Destroy, resulted.
Oh no. Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Stanley, it's a
Steam.
collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at these in years.
Sure you
I
haven't.
can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
I'm pretty sure it's good.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Why it's so one down and deserted? Why not really deserted like Little Nightmares?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
Yeah, it is an
with
actual
his
couple
humor
words.
and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm
Whoa,
not
whoa.
trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Is this game just a game within a game? I mean, probably it's literally obvious, but I don't know. I think I'm processing this slowly. I think the story is I'm playing a game within a game, meaning that I'm controlling this person's life and what he does. Is that what's going on here? I need to know the story for why I made a full video on this game.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Oh, these are actually
Stanley,
correct.
I'm not preachy, am I?
This is a good
You
one.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
What really is this?
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
It is what it is.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Can't always have public reviews, huh? You gotta have. Are these actual
What's this one
Steam
got to
reviews?
say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I mean, a lot of people wish there was a skip button.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can
I don't
do
want a
that.
skip button
If I'm
because-
truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive
whoa.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my
What is
motto
that?
today, and it's always been my motto.
What
I'd
is
do
that?
anything for the customers.
What's a door?
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yeah, I'm just controlling this guy's life in the game. Because that
And
did
here
not
it
just
is.
happen out of
Go
nowhere.
ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more...
Actually, welcome.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Still?
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made
skip you, though,
is
boy.
simply
I
a
don't think I want
series of
to.
choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently.
There you do.
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Oh, no.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
So much situations.
All right, here we go.
Countless.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise,
He's still going.
manifesto.
He's still going, by the way. He's still going.
Treatise,
I don't have that much
manifesto.
time.
Manifesto. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But that's the power
I
of the
did actually
button.
get this.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Yeah.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
What is this weird game foundation? What is this story?
This exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
What?
Merely because of this very situation.
Maybe.
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
Hey, you want to hear that, though?
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes
Is
of
that
depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra
You
Deluxe,
go give me a full video?
footage.
I only make a full videos, not
What
you.
joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect
that's
review.
not.
It's the review
I don't
I've always
think
dreamed of
I would
receiving.
take that first game.
Well, I have to read it again. It's simply too
Please don't.
wonderful. I have to experience this just one more
What do you mean?
time. From the ashes of depravity rises the Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
Yeah.
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not
So if we
unendurable by
don't
any
skip
means,
the
but it's,
button.
well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the
Okay,
button
well,
again.
I don't know if I did
think
do
the
it
skip
all.
button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into
Oh,
this
you
room?
game designer.
I do feel quite certain that
build
there
a
was one here
simulation.
before.
I
How
still know the
else would we
story.
have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something
Got a
like that.
hammer
Do you see
anywhere?
a window anywhere?
Got a hammer?
A
To
porthole?
break this wall,
A
so.
sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want
Yeah,
is for us
that
to
was
move
the
on
hammer.
and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the
I
skip
want
button.
press it.
There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
No, that's how I go.
Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your... Stanley! Stanley,
Okay.
please don't push the button again. It's been 12
Oh,
hours.
so it's fast.
You've just been frozen there.
Yeah.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Just put like your block
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley.
Really?
I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Because this is going on for way too long.
I'm thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of
No,
those
honestly,
reviews.
nothing.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative
What you
feedback.
doing?
Why was it so
How
important for me
negativity?
to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections,
Oh,
and I
isn't this
become
could
as
be a fun
petulant
metaphor
as a
for you to
child.
make?
Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
Well, isn't this
I
will
can't
be
stop
a
myself from
fun
lashing out with a
metaphor video to
vengeful
make?
fury. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button
I'm not
again,
doing it, actually.
leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful
always push
anxiety
button.
that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
I never repeated
Nor
something
the
good.
negative
He started
feedback.
repeat something.
Why was it so
He was
important
trying to
for
repeat
me
something.
to fix the
Fine,
problem?
if I was to the
Why
place so
did-
badly, I will.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Whoa, it's dark,
You're
darker.
back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been
There's a light there. Wait, I don't.
or 2 weeks.
That event,
I've
maybe?
been
No,
sitting
that's
here
not
all
event.
that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak
Dang,
with.
a week.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah, I can't say
Would you
anything.
think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing
How long
that
is this
I needed
ending?
to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
Yeah.
Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Scenario?
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? You can see
I'm
what this
recording
means
this
to me.
later than
I'm
usual,
clear
so
about it
I
now,
know
Stanley.
how to
I
make
feel
time.
as certain about this as I've
I
ever
was
felt
hoping I
about
could play one
anything
more
at all.
ending after
I
this,
feel
but looks like I
renewed.
cannot.
I feel restored, and already I can sense the... Oh,
It's
hello.
dark
It's
now.
you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
A
Have
year?
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire
A
year?
year?
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. All events existed
Just
in the
keep
same
talking.
moment, and I felt free.
Yeah, I have to go soon like
I
5
felt
minutes, so I'm going
unburdened
to
by the
go.
need to manifest a
Yeah,
particular...
I'm just gonna go. I have to go somewhere. I'll come back and I will leave my PC on for this game. I'll leave the game on. I'm gonna come back and then yeah, and then I'm gonna continue this ending. But I have to go somewhere. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
simply a strand in the web of
What
my
was I doing?
being. It was
I
incredible.
forgot
The
what I was doing.
spaciousness,
So
the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time,
oh yeah, I
this
was
was my
got to remember now.
experience. And then this
What was
moment
he talking about
passed,
again?
and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing
I forgot
now
what he was
for
saying.
longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you.
Wait, I have been
Not
gone
that you
for
might save me or
like
do
2
something
hours.
to fix it, but
No, I've
merely
been gone for like an
to
hour. I think.
state for you the plain
Almost
fact
2 hours
of this
actually.
manner of
It's already
existence.
yeah,
I
almost 2
wish
hours
you to
actually
feel
now.
afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow,
What
in
was he
some
talking about
way,
again?
have to live as
About
I do
him?
now. And I wish for you to know how excruciating it is,
Yeah, I
and
forgot
for
what he
you
was
to
talking
be in
about.
true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Yeah, I've officially forgotten what he was talking about. Anyways, yep. What's going on? I skipped. Don't tell me this is all. I could just wait for 1 minute more, literally, or 2 minutes more, and that was it. No, it's not it. Yeah, beeping. No, it's sure it's recording. What happened? I'm sorry. Talking to the ground phone.
But they didn't
Huh?
understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to
Okay, here
speak to
you
the
go.
human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
What kind
It
of
wasn't
point you try to
enough.
get?
They had to leave a pathetic
kind of
little
point you try to
thumbs
get
down
now,
review
right?
and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's this. It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such
kind of point you
bleakness
getting
and
at?
discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely
I'm
must
gonna have
speak
so
to
much
who we are
fun
as
doing this
people,
for the
because
full
otherwise,
video.
without our
I'm
entertainment,
gonna
we
have
have
so
nothing.
much
Without
fun.
entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel
I'm gonna have
bleakness
so
inside
much fun
ourselves. We would
writing
turn to look
down
at our deeper nature and find a
psychology metaphors
resounding
behind this
emptiness
game.
gazing back with
I'm gonna have so
unyielding
much fun.
aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
My brain's hurting.
Perhaps the
My
state
brain's
of their
hurting.
psychological being was in such tatters, and my
He says
constitution and
psychological.
willpower are so ironclad in
No,
comparison.
I'm not making better
Perhaps it
food
was this
video.
state
It's
that
too
they sought
complicated.
some outlet through which to tear me down. Be filled
Better,
with
by the way,
yucks
better
and
food
whimsical
videos, better
humor
psychology,
that
better
amused
first
them
side games. That's
endlessly
what I
from
mean a better
start to
food video.
finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It
They
was meant to
just
speak to the
repeated.
human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes?
I'm
They
sorry,
didn't
but
only
you repeat
scream,
yourself.
they
That beeping's alarm started, but not beeping. What is that? Who's there? That's normal, right? That's normal, right? Oh, isn't this a nice idea?
The end is never the end.
Here you
is
go.
Never the end is never the
These
end.
guys did it with
never
this type
the
of too.
end is never the end. Is never the end.
Your
is
voice
never the
changing.
end, is never
Why
the
you getting
end,
go
is
creepy
never
here?
the end is never the end. The end.
So we're
is
gonna
never the
create this as a
end,
song.
never the end is never the end.
I can just
is
picture
never
it.
the
I can
end,
just
is
picture
never
it.
the
Somebody
end, is
just
never the end,
making this
is
into
never
a
the
song.
end, is never the end, is never
Somebody,
the end,
somebody
is
gonna
never
make
the
this into a
end, is never
song.
the end.
Hey, what? Well, they joke. I laughed a lot. Okay, let's keep it for a second. Oh my! What the hell? Okay, what is this? I shouldn't have said that word, but yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said that word. I was just surprised when that happened. I think so. Really just want to escape this? Oh, I'll smash down. Maybe over the years of the skip button. Any call skip it. Any light, light. You must be able to get out. So maybe after all the years and now it been saying that same kill, maybe he come to realize that I should escape, and the whole thing is falling apart because he created something he couldn't fix. I'm confused. The outside world is going inside here. What is going on? This is more confusing than ever. Pipe? Little Mario style and just go inside the pipe? I can't really do anything else. I can just skip until... Yeah, I can just skip until... Oh, now it's got more... Now it's got more dark. Yeah, skip. No. I'm sorry, this wasn't supposed to be a horror game. I said it's supposed to be a horror game. Skip. You know what? I don't know. Who's there? Who's there? Who played that? I went for the noise that making me so scared right now. Skip. Ah, yes. Now it's... Sorry. Yeah, this thing deserted. Just like how the Pale City deserted in Little Nightmares 2. I gave it to a Little Nightmares percentage to the sorry. Whoa. What is not even a game called Lifeless Planet. Maybe many of you don't know a game called Lifeless Planet, but if you do, you know what I'm talking about. The open world kind of thing. I gotta do a playthrough on that game soon. I think that on my Battlefield videos, that's what the games I do a playthrough on. Anyways, oh, isn't this fun? I don't have a black screen. I have a feeling I will do that. I have a big feeling you will do that. Alright, well, here too.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Great. Should I go?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I have to end this video midway through this ending, but I just want to see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna skip some of the dialogue that he have been saying over and over again, just so the video will be so long. Well, we're going faster. This isn't new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The
I'm just
original
confused.
Stanley
I'm
parable
not
was
disappointed.
admirable,
I'm just
and any new
confused.
content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe
Okay.
nonsense. I say we take
Whoa,
it
whoa, whoa.
one step even further.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first
Where's
time
this coming
ever
from?
the Stanley parable.
Isn't that side of the Deluxe? The end again. 427.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Yeah.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Here's the
This
sequel.
is what fans have truly been asking for.
Do. I am
Calling it the
I
Stanley
am
Parable 2 is
beyond
just so much
confused right now.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you
That
think?
40
Ultra
plus Steam page.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and
They're back.
long-term
Two doors.
franchising potential.
The two doors choice always. Google Slides. I'm
Now, to
sorry.
be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing
10
for
design
it.
pitch,
I
11:30. Oh,
figure
that's
that if I
the
can
schedule.
loosely
11:30
organize
break.
a handful of
11:35
interesting
pitch
concepts,
design.
that surely the
Number
game will
2,
sort of
number 2
naturally
chapter.
spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Straight to the show flow. Oh, well, isn't this going to be good? Isn't this going to be good? Why is a bus here? I wonder. Alright, it goes over here. Hey, we went the bus for, man, huh? Okay, where the bus? Okay, why the bus?
Here we are.
Well,
Go on.
this is
Try out
fun.
some of the new features.
Well, that's for a thumbnail. Part of my thumbnail actually, because it's 4 pictures. Anyways, I think this is a perfect place to end this video. There seems to be a lot of choices there is, and this video will go way for too long. I may have skipped the dialogue. If the video was too long, I may have skipped the dialogue with a skip button ending. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This was a long ending. It's about, I think, almost an hour for this ending I've been going through, I think. Okay, this is gonna leave it here, but I hope all of you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do your like and subscribe to help this channel grow. And I really appreciate support. Thank you all so much for 200 subscribers, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.